the NRM long ago evolved 4 principles. Because we have been studying this situation of Uganda and Africa for the last 60 years. So as we went along, we thought that what Uganda lacked was grasping the 4 principles. Patriotism, number 1, Pan-Africanism, socio-economic transformation, and democracy. Now, all of them affect the society and especially the woman. But I don't have time to go into each one of them. However, when you come to socio-economic transformation, it's very clear. Since the 1960s, when I started being active, I could see there were 2 types of women in Uganda here. Forget about other parts of the world. There were the women who are members of the elite, Abasoma, the educated women. Small group, but they are there. And then on the one hand, then on the other hand, you have the village women. Now, when we say socio-economic transformation, what do we mean? For me, I'm very happy that I have been able to jump socio-economically, transform myself. And the proof of that is my wife who is here. Actually, the Banyankole have a proverb. They say, which means that the behind of yours, which is annoyed with you, forces you to go in the rain, to go somewhere, to go in the rain, to go and help yourself. Then, okusoma n'okuwandiika, reading and writing, and all of those. So therefore, this principle of socio-economic transformation, when it comes to the women, we have got clear benchmarks which we must resolve. But you cannot get out of all this. You cannot make the other women of Uganda like Janet, like I met Janet when we met, even in exile, when we were in exile. Because of that education, we had already jumped the gulf between the uneducated and the educated. You cannot do that. You cannot cross that chasm without education, but without also socio-economic transformation. There are people who started off in the other side, but who are now on the other side. You have been quoting people like Mama Teresa Mbiri. She's an example here. She jumped that boundary. The way she lives now, is not the way she was living when she started, when she was a young girl in Kigezi. So therefore, the women movement, yes, you can talk about these other issues, this one here, this one here, this one, but please, the fundamental one is the socio-economic jump. This is the fundamental one. The other ones are there, this law here, the other law here, because even if those laws are there, by the way, even now they are there. Like the law we made for matrimonial home. It is there, but I don't think it is even implemented. It is not even implemented. So therefore, let's go for substance. Substance is the traditional woman, the village woman, even the quasi-educated woman must jump to become a middle-class, skilled working-class woman. It may be the working class, but you can also jump and become. You can be part of the working class, but jump that cultural barrier. So for me, that's what I'm always working for. And we have achieved it. Because I started working on this in 1966 in my area there. When you go there now, in the Chilhur area, even in the villages, women have been able to achieve what Janet and myself achieved many years ago. Even in the rural areas, they have waterborne systems inside houses, even without the water of the national corporation. Because if you have money, you can claim back water from the roof, and you have water in the house, even before the other water of national corporation has arrived. The issue is money. You must have income. You must resolve the issue of household incomes. Seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, the rest will be added unto you. Msoke mnonye, waka tuana n'obutuukirivu bwe, ebirala byonna birongerwako. Seek ye first the issue of homestead incomes, the rest will be added. If you have income, even if you are in the village, you will have solar power. Even before this electricity of UEB has come. UEB changed, it has got many clans now. There's UTG, the UTG group. But these days we said, no, you must go back to few letters. So therefore, please, women movement, don't scatter your efforts. Talking about very many things. Concentrate on the core. The core is household incomes. Of course, what Mtuzo is saying is correct in a way, because she's saying that even when the family earns, those useless husbands can steal the money. They can steal the money and divert it. But that's the next problem. Let the family first earn. Because now the family is not earning. So those people are just fighting over poverty. Yeah. They are fighting over poverty because they are not earning. Because remember the figures of the census of 2014, we are saying that 68% of the homes, somebody was talking about it here. I think it was Farida Chiboa. Somebody was talking about it. 2014, just the other, not a few years ago, they were still saying 68% of the homesteads are only working for the stomach. Bakorera chida kyonka, as the Bagwere say, teach, may each, keken, in Luo. So if you have got that situation, you can talk for ages. 68% of the families are not earning income. So you can talk for ages about this rights, but I don't think you are going to move. So let them fast. And it can be done. It's just a question of you, the educated people, because I did it. I did it when I was a student. I was not a leader. I was not a member of parliament. I was able to educate those people in the 1960s. Then when I came back recently, I resumed, 86. And they changed. They are there. Their address is well known. That North Ankole, but eventually it covered the whole cattle corridor. Once they get incomes, of course, there can be the issue of distribution, fair distribution. But it is easier to handle when you have got what to distribute than when you have nothing to distribute. So therefore, my main message today really is socio-economic transformation. Let the women of Uganda, because and they spend a lot of time. You can imagine going to look for firewood. How many hours they spend. Some of these diseases that affect people is because of going to the bush to look for firewood. If, for instance, you take bilharzia, they get it when they are going to the river to get water from the river. When we introduced boreholes, imagine boreholes, they were able to save us from bilharzia because people are no longer going to the river. This other one, the guinea worm in the north, is disappeared now. And we eliminated it simply by boreholes. Borehole water instead of the other water from the swamps. But still, even the borehole, in my opinion, is not a good idea. It's not the best idea. I think we should go beyond to people having water in their houses so they don't have to waste time going to Osaka, Amazi, Okuvaku, borehole. But they can't do that if they don't have income. If they have income, they can even bring water, bring electricity independently, even before the government comes in to bring it. Biogas, cooking with the biogas instead of okuwutirira, biogas from the cow dung. So please, let's speak about socio-economic transformation. The difference between Europe and you people is exactly that. Europe started socio-economic transformation about 200 years ago, the Industrial Revolution. They were living like us here. But they changed. It is socio-economic change, not just legal. Because if you talk about legal, everagiro, without talking about the society changing, you can talk for centuries. Nothing will move. In fact, you can even regress. You see it in the countries of South America, those countries of South America. You see them. They have been there for a long time. Recently, you are seeing people coming from South America walking on foot to go to the United States. Those countries have been there for a long time, but they have not moved. So are we going to be like Latin America? So please, let's, I have given you the formula. The NRM has put it in the manifesto. Let everybody be involved in the four sectors of the economy. Either you are in commercial agriculture, or you are in smaller factories, industry, or you are in services, or you are in ICT. You can't just be there doing nothing.